Just talk it, walk it.
Hello, hello. You can hear me okay?
Oh yeah,
Nice.
I'm just more impressed by this thing.
Just knock my mic off. We're in. Evan Mosey, how are you, brother?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm good. I was thinking about earlier how we obviously met. It was on the golf course.
Yeah.
And you smoked us all.
I got too many years of practice, though, so it's a little unfair.
Well, I think I just got introduced, but I'm still new into it to an extent. But I think it was probably like my fourth time on a 18 hole, and good fun. Was that Llantrisant?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Is that the connection, like the Devils sponsorship, or?
Yeah, it was our captain. Our captain, I think he just went to like local like businesses or spots that either guys went to or guys enjoyed, and he just asked them like, would they be willing to do a deal with the team, and if we needed to give them like tickets, or he worked out a deal there, which was great because like
That's so good.
it's such a, like golf for hockey players goes like hand in hand. It's what we do in the off season, and even if you're not a big golfer, you'll still like it's still fun to go out with. Like if guys go golfing, it's just a good time.
Well,
So
you can have a couple of beers on the drive around, and it's just social. It's like something nice about. I think we were just talking about it before on air. Like you can have 1,000 shit shots, you have one good shot, and you're like, oh, I'm chasing that drug.
you're like, I'm back for another round. Like it's such a stupid but fun sport.
But you hit it sweet. You got, obviously you've been doing it for years, I assume, but like your swing's really nice. You connect with the ball, and I was thinking about this, like obviously being a hockey player, ice hockey player.
Mm-hmm.
You've obviously got that natural hand-eye coordination. Obviously, the puck would be different to a ball the size, but I mean, that's your rhythm to an extent. Obviously, the movement's different.
Yeah.
But I mean, picking that up probably wouldn't take a massive amount to someone who's got no background in sport.
Yeah, it's like you said, like the mechanics are very, very similar. There's some things that are different, but like, I don't know. Like, it's just like, it's pretty natural. Like slap shot and a golf swing's pretty similar, where it's just like your hands are closer together.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, like hand eye, it's just, I think it's just like hockey season goes all winter and then summer's available. So I think that's the summer sport that you'd want to play. So it's like, that's how hockey players get into it. But like there's weird, like I think what we talked about on the golf course, like there's hockey players that like play hockey righty, or they'll play hockey lefty, but then play golf righty.
Really?
So it's like complete.
How?
I don't know.
Isn't that weird?
It's like, because if you're playing hockey lefty, like you're shooting this way, but then golf, you're doing the complete opposite. And it blows my mind. Like when I see people like that, like there's a couple guys that I play with, and I'll just be like watching them, and I'll be like, that's not normal. Like, you're not normal, man.
That's quite impressive that they can do that, mind.
Yeah, but yeah, hockey players, like, hockey and golf go together, but like it's just some weird people that you'll see that, and you'll be like, dude, you're shooting opposite of what you play hockey. Like that's like writing the wrong way. Like it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Ambidextrous? Is it something like that? When you can
ambidextrous, I think.
Is it? Okay, something like that. We'll have to check that out. Yeah. I can just shoot that speaker. Like it's flat and it's flickering. I'm gonna just grab it and turn it off, and then we'll roll into it and continue again.
I was wondering what that was.
That's my speaker and it's dead.
In my head, I was like, oh no, it's a smoke alarm.
No,
We're all doomed.
We are good.
I was more impressed with that little roll in your little DJ board roll in.
Yeah. I've had, so when I was in Australia, this is a fun story actually. There was like these Polynesian guys who are probably, if you know, they're just naturally gifted with music and instruments, and the Samoan dude was playing in this bar all the time, and then I realized he didn't live far from where I was in Brisbane, and when COVID hit, he couldn't obviously perform anyway. And I was walking my dog one day, and they had a balcony, and they were just playing on their balcony, the band were. Yeah. And people could go into the street and basically just get your deck chair out, your chair.
Sick.
They'd give you a Corona, you sit down and watch them play music, and then at the end of the gig, you give them like $10 or $20. And then at the end of the gig, you can go in and have it's become really social. And then I got to know him, and next thing, Ness, his name is, I was like, man, I want to start podcasting, but I'd love to have an intro. And he's like, what is it? I was like, oh, don't talk it, walk it. And then next thing, he's like, all right, give me a couple of weeks and I'll get something back to you. And then
he just made that.
Yeah.
That's sick, actually.
So nice.
That's super cool.
Yeah, it was cool. But very grateful to come across people like that, especially in COVID where.
Well, yeah, you couldn't see anybody.
Yeah, exactly. Saying that though, in Australia, it wasn't as bad as the UK. UK was. Were you in the UK then?
No, I was in France for a little bit, and then I was in Germany.
Was it bad there?
France was pretty bad. France was weird, but we had like these like letters saying we were like sport people, so like we could still kind of like go out.
Yeah.
Because like they'd be like, "What are you doing?" And I'd be like, "Oh, I'm going to like hike a mountain for like training."
Yeah.
And I would go hike a mountain, but I'd just go just to get out of the apartment, because I'd be like, I'll just go walk up a mountain and sit there and like eat lunch. But yeah, they'd be like, and then they'd be like, "Did you actually hike the mountain?" I'd be like dripping with sweat, and I'd be like, "Look at me, like I look terrible."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yes, I did."
That's cool though that they give you that kind of permission or exemption.
Yeah, but like they'd speak French, and I'd be like,
Yeah.
"No."
Can you speak? No.
God, no.
How long were you there for?
August till I think December I left.
Okay.
Because then they kind of canceled the season was going on, and then they kind of limited it with COVID, and I ended up going to Germany because they were playing regardless.
Ruthless.
Yeah, like they were going no fans. They were finishing the season,
Yeah.
having like an actual real season, like playoffs. So I ended up going to Germany, and Germany was strict, but they kind of let you.
Get away with it.
Yeah, and then I'd do like the typical like, "Oh, I'm like foreign. I don't know what I'm doing." And they're like, "You're not allowed to be here." I'm like, "Oh, okay, sorry." Sorry.
You got to try and milk it when you can.
Yeah, Germany was great though. Like I loved Germany. Was so fun.
Yeah, I've never been to Germany.
Really?
No, I need to check it out.
Germans are like very strict and by the book.
Direct? Real direct?
Very direct, but like they won't like, if it's like by the book, they won't deviate. Like I'd be like walking across street, like it was a big city. Like I'd just be like walking across streets on red and stuff, or like like jaywalking, and like people would be like, you can't do that. And I was like, and I'd be like, it would be like 2 a.m. I'd be like, no one's coming, and they're like, no, they could take your license away for walking, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's mad.
Yeah, they're strict in Germany, but like people are nice. The restaurants and stuff, they were closed, but like you could still go get like food to go, and it was good. And
that's cool. I wonder, I know in Australia there's jaywalking, but I think police just give you that funny look. Is it jaywalking in the UK?
Yeah. I think there's gotta be. I think every country has it. I think Germany is the only one that would like actually ticket you. Like you get like points off your license and stuff. I'm like, what?
That's mad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're strict.
Yeah,
Germans don't mess around.
Yeah, they're quite. I always find like the Germans, certain countries like they're quite direct, and even like in the mannerisms they're quite like they're trying to be. They're nice, but they're just direct on how they approach that niceness. You know, they.
And even I think one of the I think I got COVID when I was in Germany, or I got something. But if you get like a doctor note, I went to the doctor for COVID, and they're like, oh, they gave me like a yellow. It was called like a yellow slip, and like they can't. I've never seen this before. Like here, if you get sick, they're like, all right, take a few days, maybe a day, and then come back and like you practice. And there you get like the yellow sheet of paper from the doctor. Like they can't make you come to the rink, and they can't make you practice. So like I gave it to them, and they were like, all right, see you in like a week. And I was like, what? Like, what? And they're like, oh no, we can't like legally like make you come practice. Like here, if you go to the doctor and they're like, oh, you're sick, it's like, here's some antibiotics. See you in a day or something. And like they were like, oh no, legally, like, no, like see you in a week, like have a good time. Really? And I was like, what is this? Wow. I know.
Different rules at different places.
Oh, that's what we need here.
Yeah, I know. We need to loosen it up. But yeah. So you're living in the Bay now?
Yeah, I literally live like right by the rink, so which is kind of nice. Yeah.
So you've had practice this morning?
Had a little bit of training and came rushing over here.
Nice, man. I appreciate it. I know the parking is shit over there. We've had this discussion. I'm sure Bridgend Town want people to get fined. Like
100%.
Like it's either a £3 parking ticket that takes about 40 minutes of your life and max load of stress.
Oh, like honestly, I was about to just walk out of that parking lot, and then it would have cost me £3 to park, but I would have taken the £35 parking ticket just to get out of that, whatever that app was, and the actual like typing in your credit card number.
It's just, why does it have to be so long? Like, why can't it be like BPay or Apple Pay or boom, you've done it? Where now it's like, get your bank card out, put your details in.
Oh yeah.
Like, mate,
I get why they do it, though.
signal shit. Like, you're battling.
Okay, is this like the end of the world here? Like, I'm on.
We've just had Sky Sports in Bridgend.
Oh
No,
my God, seriously. I was on 4G and I was like, this can't be
know.
real. With like
man.
one bar.
It's mad, isn't it? It's mad. Well, Ev, obviously, like, we're going to talk about everything and anything today and just let it flow as it is. But
Sounds
obviously, for the listeners out there that don't know much about you, obviously play for the Devils.
Mm-hmm.
This is your second time round with them?
Yeah, so I played 2 years before COVID. Played 2 years with them, and then this will be my third year after I came 3 years. So
Okay, and what was the decision to kind of return?
So like the first 2 years, I had the same coach both years, and then COVID hit. He ended up leaving. They ended up getting a new coach. A little bit of miscommunication with me and the new coach of like me coming back. So yeah, there's a little bit of miscommunication.
What, as in the contract, or
Well, he kept saying like, oh, they're interested, they want me back, and I was like, yep, cool, want to come back. And this is after COVID. I was like, yep, want to come back. And then he was like, I'll call you next week, and I was like, okay. And then he'd call me next week, and he'd be like, how are things? And I'd be like, yep, good. And he's like, yeah, we're still really interested. And I'd be like, yeah, I'd love to come back, really interested. And he's like, yep, all right, and like never gave me an actual offer of like, because I didn't want to be like upfront, but I should have just been like, what's your actual offer?
Yeah, what's the contract?
Yeah, and like he's like, I'll call you next week, and then next week rolled around and he never called me, so I called him and I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I filled the D spots already, and I was
You
like,
dick.
yeah, so I was just like, oh, okay, well, that's awesome. And then I ended up going to like the biggest rival competition of Cardiff, which like, I don't know, the fans, I get it. Like the fans slate you and they'll get all mad and stuff. And I'm like, well, I get it. But I'm like, I do need to make this is kind of my living.
That's your living. I'm gonna get by.
And I was like, Cardiff wasn't an option. So like, of course I'm going to go to the next best thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, if they're going to pay me the equivalent or more money, it's like, it's the same as like a job.
It's
like
no brainer.
Yeah. And like, I get like, you want to be loyal to the club and stuff, but at that point I was like, well, there's
nothing other. Like, I'm going, like, I can't come to Cardiff.
Like it wasn't me like, oh, I'm gonna leave and like it's my choice to leave. I'm not happy, but it was kind of like I wouldn't say I was like forced, but I was kind of like, well, I don't really have an option to come back. So then I ended up going to Sheffield for 2 years, and then
what was that like?
I love Sheffield. Like the people, like the fans are just as crazy as they are here. Like the fans are like passionate. The city, like it's such a sad, because the city's like could be so nice.
Yeah, I've been to Sheffield. It's
and it's just like, I don't even know how to describe it, because like there's no like shopping in the city. It's all like restaurants, cafes. Like those are unreal. Like the cafes, the little restaurants in the city are unbelievable, but there's no like shopping, because all the shops went to Meadowhall, like that big mall outside the city. So it kind of killed off everything. Where like, if that wasn't there and all those like main retail shops were still in the city center, I think that city would be
thriving.
Yeah, it would be thriving. And like the people are nice. Like it's just, the bars were fun. Like it was just like cool.
It's the people mainly. If you've got good people, you stick around.
Yeah. And like, and it was nice too. Like it's the same. That's why I like it here. Cause like downtown, like it's big, it's thriving. The bars are nice. And like, I liked about Sheffield how, like, if you wanted to get out of the city, if I had my dog, I'd go 20 minutes up the road and I'd be in like the Peak District in the middle of nowhere. Like nice you'd never see anybody. And then here it's kind of the same, where if I want to get away, like the Beacons are 20 minutes away, 30 minutes maybe.
It's not far. I like I love the Peak District when I was up there. Some nice nature around there. The walks are lush.
Oh, like, and I'd get lost. Like I'd go like no phone.
Did you go there? I don't know where it was, but in the Peak District there's it's called an underground cave or something.
Oh, no.
But you can't. It's called something like that. I couldn't find this cave, whatever it was. Anyway, but like you drive into this area where it is one part, and it's like there's a road, and there's like the mountains are just on top of you, and it's one of the most picturesque looks.
Oh, no way.
I'm trying to think where it was in the Peak District, or it's around that area, but it was beautiful.
Oh, that's sweet.
Just when I was living in Wigan, I'd drive there and go for nice walks. But yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, there's, like you said, like I didn't even know that existed. Like now I'm like, shit, I should have left.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I got the dog, I'd take her up for walks. And I remember the first time I like went up to the peaks, I like didn't research anything. I just got lost. I ended up finding like a huge cliff, and guys were like, I don't know if it's parasailing. They were doing, is it parasailing?
Yeah,
they were.
that.
Yeah,
I'm no pro at it, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Yeah,
it's the one where they just like fly off and they just like sit on that little seat. But they were doing that, and I just sat there for like an hour, and I'd talk to them.
That's cool.
And I just remember the one guy was like, yeah, if you want, you can give it a try. And I was like, I'm gonna ask you this, because in my head I'm like, I'm gonna ask you this as like a serious question, like how do you get to like, because obviously you have to like, you do courses, you learn, but then I'm like, how do you like actually get, like, because obviously you just jump off, and it's like, what happens if it goes, like, it's had to have gone, because I asked him, I was like, if you crash, he's like, no, and I'm like, well, if you do crash, like, you're probably gonna die.
Yeah, it's not a good ending. Have you ever skydived?
No, I've never gone skydiving. I've done indoor skydiving, but that's...
I haven't done indoor. I'm scared of heights, and I went to Australia in December, January last year, and skydived then. I got to get over this phobia, but it was like the jump out of the plane was fine. I remember it was me and my mate Shadzi. We went on the plane, and I'm going a bit off on this story, but we're on this plane, and it's like a small little plane. Yeah. And it was like this Kiwi instructor for me, and then he had some Aussie guy with him. And he's like, hey, mate, you've done this before? And I was like trying to play it cool, like, nah, I haven't. He goes, you good at heights? And I was like, nah, I'm okay, though. I'll be fine. Anyway, we got on this little plane, and it's like, he's like, we're going up like 14,000 feet. Yeah. And we got on the plane, and we're going up, and he's strapping me into him. And my legs just start shaking, and I'm trying to not act like it's happening, Ev. And I'm like, fuck. And he's like, you good? I'm like, nah, I'm shit myself, mate. I'm scared of heights. I just come out with it in the end. And as we're looking down, I was like, we're not far. Like, we've got to be close to the top now. He's like, nah, we're halfway. I was like, fuck. He's like, all right, who wants to go first? And it was only me and my mate on the plane. I said, me, because if I see him go out the plane, I'm not doing it. So you got these lights here, red, amber, green, and he's like, red one, when that goes to amber, it's a 2-minute warning. Green, pull the shut up, and you go. So you're just watching this happening, and as I'm going, he's like, now you listen to me. When I take you to the edge of the plane, you put your ass over the edge, and I'll let you go out. And he goes, rule number 1. He's like, don't you fucking close your eyes. Yeah. I'm like, oh, fuck. And he's like, Shadzi, would you like to kick us out? So my mate...
Don't tell me he booted you.
Yeah, he booted us out of the plane. So I remember he booted us out. My eyes are open, and it's just all happening so fast. And it was like a moment of feeling free and amazing. Yeah. But as soon as he like pulled the parachute up, I got this really bad like motion sickness. Like, really? Yeah, I get it sometimes as a passenger in a car. Yeah. And that put me off. He's like spinning me around, and he's like, you pull the lever. And I was like, no, man, just get me
down.
To
the ground.
Get me down. I got down and I kissed the floor, and I was like, I'm going to be sick. But I'm glad I knocked it off and got it done anyway.
I got to do it. I don't think I'd be, like heights and stuff don't scare me. Yeah, I'm kind of like weird in the head. Where like if I'm up there, like the worst, like I already know the worst case scenario. Like the worst case scenario, you're just smashing the ground.
Yeah, you're gone.
But like in my mind, I'm like, I ain't gonna feel it I'm not gonna feel it anyways. So it's like, I think I'd love to do it. I probably should do it.
Give it honestly, like how it happened though is because we were gonna go to the Hamilton Island in Australia. It was a snorkel, and then they were like, yeah, the weather's not looking good to snorkel, but if you want to go,
we got a skydiving deal.
We got a skydive, which is extra $100, and we're like impulsively was like, do it, because if I don't think about it, if I'm just doing it and I haven't got much time to think about it, I was like, hang on, it's shit to snorkel, the weather's bad, but skydive in that area is okay.
Yeah, and then the guy who's strapped to your back, he's like, yeah, I would have loved to take you. I'm a guide. I'm usually a guide snorkeling, so this is my first time ever skydiving. And you're like, awesome.
Thank you. Massive learning anyway. We got it done, but. Let's go back onto track, Ev, but because I know we're gonna talk otherwise.
Oh yeah, I could talk forever.
Why hockey?
I started really young. My dad played, but not like anything serious, so he got me into it. He was really good friends with a guy who owned the ice rink, and the ice rink's like 5-minute drive from my house. So he was good friends with him. He set me up with like a stick, a puck, skates, and then like he'd let me come out when I was like young, and then I kind of just fell in love with it as a kid. Yeah, because I started skating like when I was 2.5, I think. My parents brought me out.
That's so young.
Yeah, so I was young, and then my mom made me do figure skating,
Really?
when I was like, she wouldn't let me play hockey till I could skate. So like I could skate at 2.5 and like, but not great.
Yeah.
And then she made me do like figure skating for like years. And then I started playing hockey after that, but I just loved it. I was like a really weird career path. I was a very late bloomer. Like I was poo at hockey till I was like 18.
Really?
Yeah. Like 16 to 18 was when I excelled.
But pursuing it the whole time before that?
Before that, like even, I think I started playing, I had to be like 6 or 7 when I started playing like actual like rec hockey, like on teams. And then I was just shit till about 16 and then I got good. Yeah.
What was the penny drop?
I was very small. Like I was like tiny and like chubby and fat growing up. And then I think when I hit like my growth spurt at like 15, 16, like stretched out, started working out with like one of my really good friends. Me and him started, like he's got me into working out. And then I think that was kind of where it changed. But yeah, it was like a really weird, because I ended up getting good at like 16-ish. And then I kind of slowly started realizing like if I could use hockey, like I never really thought I'd take it anywhere with hockey. And then I was like, I could kind of use it to either play like in college or uni. And then I went away and there's a thing called juniors where like you graduate high school. A lot of guys play like junior hockey for a year or two and you can play that till you turn 21.
Oh.
And then you go to university. So you don't go to, like hockey's weird. You can get drafted while you're 18 to the NHL, but guys hardly ever go from like their draft year at 18 to the NHL at 18. Like they'll play 2 years of juniors or 3 years of juniors.
Yeah.
Some guys will go to the NHL when they're like 21.
Wow.
Some guys will play uni for another 4 years and they won't make the NHL till like 24, 25.
Hey everyone, it's Ollie Olds here with a quick word from our incredible sponsor, Pitch Roofer. You know, your home is your castle, and nothing protects that castle better than a solid, reliable roof. That's where Pitch Roofer comes in. They're not just building roofs, they're building trust, community, and peace of mind. Pitch Roofer has been serving our local community for years, and what really sets them apart is their commitment to giving back, from supporting local sport teams to donating to charities. They're making a real difference beyond roofing. Together, we are stronger. Now, if your roof is looking a little worse for wear, or you are thinking it might be time for a full replacement, Pitch Roofer has got you covered with top quality solutions tailored to protect your home and boost that curb appeal. Why should you choose Pitch Roofer? Let me break it down for you. Experienced professionals. These guys know this stuff with years of expertise in residential roofing. Affordable rates, competitive pricing with no hidden costs, high quality materials, durable weather resistant products that stand the test of time. Free inspections. Get the condition of your roof checked at no cost. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. They're not happy until you are. So whether it's a repair, a replacement, or you just want a peace of mind your roof is in good conditions, give Pitch Roofer a call on 01656 470016. A text message to 07540 443345 or email gerald@pitchroofer.co.uk. Pitch Roofer, building more than roofs, building a stronger community. Now, back to the show.
So when you're drafted, are you, before that, are you contracted to anyone at all? No. So you're like literally just playing to get drafted?
You're literally playing. A lot of kids like play. You can sign with like teams and like teams you can sign contracts with like junior teams.
Yeah.
But like those are usually a year contract. And then when you get drafted, then like the NHL team could sign you. And then pretty much if they do sign you, like you're contractually obligated to, you're with them. Like,
so you're not going to college then, you know?
Yeah, you can still go. You can still go to college.
Okay.
Yeah. Cause like they'll kind of decide, if you're ready for the NHL, which like hardly anybody at 18s, because you're playing against like grown men. You'll be playing against like grown men, like 30s and plus usually. So like 18-year-olds, not so much, but like they'll get drafted at 18 and then they'll either play juniors, then play 4 years of uni, and then they'll go usually after once like uni's done, then it's either like you're either going into that NHL team system or they're kind of like, we don't see it working out, and then you can go try to play somewhere else.
So that's pretty good because it kind of gives people a background in they can develop something on the side whilst pursuing that career.
Yeah.
But for some probably just don't develop anything on the side and just focus on.
Yeah, on hockey. And and that was the thing is when I figured out I could take hockey pretty far, where then I played juniors and then I got an offer for like a scholarship for college. And like I don't think my parents, they were like shocked because like my grades in high school were like terrible. When they found out I got a scholarship, they were like, you better take that. Like they're like, you better. Because like everybody thought, like my parents will be the first ones to say it. They were like, we thought your sister was going to be the one getting a scholarship.
Really?
And like my sister went to an expensive uni where she didn't get a scholarship. And then like my parents were like, we got to save up for Evan. Like he's an idiot. Like we're definitely going to be paying for this guy's education.
But it flipped.
It flipped.
Wow.
Yeah. And like I ended up getting a scholarship.
Amazing.
And yeah, and I was just like, for me, I was like, I might as well go to uni, learn, like try to get my degree and like be able to use it in the future, or like just get some type of skills besides hockey. Cause I was like, hockey's not gonna, it's not gonna last. Well, it's lasted a hell of a long time for me.
So you kind of had an assumption like this is not really gonna be a long term.
Yeah. Cause I was like, for me, because I was so used to like not being good at hockey, where like I thought I'd be able to, the max I'd be able to get out of it was like the uni degree. And I did that, got the scholarship. And my mom was like, I remember my mom, like my mom's like the nicest person, but she's every once in a while she'll like strike the fear of God into you. And I remember she was, I think my first 2 years, it was like somewhat of a scholarship, but not like full scholarship.
Yeah.
And I remember my mom like sat me down and she was like, hey, if you fail any of these classes or like flunk out of uni, she's like, you're paying me all that money back for school. And I was like, what? And she was like, I swear to God, if you fail out, she's like, you have a golden opportunity. She's like, if you fuck this up, she's like, you're paying me that money back. And I was like, okay, I'll go to every class. I'm sorry.
It's so different though over in the States, because like you have to pay for your, like people have to pay. Like where over here you'd get, like, I believe, I didn't go to university, but you get like a grant or a loan or a student loan. So it's not like it's physically coming out of your parents' pocket unless you're going to like.
But like the unis, like honestly, I think I played golf when I was back home with a guy, and his daughter went to like University of Michigan, which is like a massive university. And I think he was telling me it was like $40,000 a year.
Wow.
And he was like,
fuck.
So like, think about him cutting a check for like a semester's $20,000.
Wow.
And like kids do, like I get it. I get college is supposed to be like fun. And like you do learn a lot, but at the same time, I'm like, I couldn't imagine if like, cause like we're going to have a daughter soon. I couldn't imagine her being like, oh, I want to go to this school in America. It's $20,000. As a parent, I'd be like, how the hell?
Yeah, how are you doing this?
How am I gonna pay for that? And like even like the kids, they take out loans, but like they'll get out of college and they'll be like $300,000 in debt.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you come back from that?
Yeah, like you'll be working, and I think if it comes out your salary and X amount, right?
Yeah, but it's just like a mortgage. It's like a mortgage though. It's like, how do you actually, like that's like 30 years
Crazy,
it's gonna take to pay off just uni.
What is like the average salary in the States?
I don't even know because I haven't been home in so long. But like I feel like the average salary you'd have to make like $100,000 or something a year. Like I don't even know if that would be the average.
Well, I know like the minimum wage. What is minimum wage? I think the average income for the person is like $30,000 for a person. So I'm just trying to see what it would be in America. But like, I suppose it is a risk. But if you're getting a scholarship, that subsidizes it all, or do they?
I think my first 2 years, I don't know if it was full, but I think my last 2 years was full, and that covered like tuition. I think you got like money for like books and stuff like that. So it was like a full. The only thing my parents had to pay for was like the apartment that I stayed in, but like. It's like a uni apartment. I think it was like me and my roommate, he was a hockey player too. We're like, dude, this rent's getting crazy. And we're like, it's $350 a month. And we're like, it was $350 each. And we're like, dude, this is getting, and like, we're like college kids, really. Like you could barely afford you thought you could barely afford a case of beer, but we're like, dude, $350. And we had like garbage, water, internet included. And we're like, dude, this is we're like $700 for a month. Like, this is crazy expensive. And now it's like, I think it was the first year we graduated, we moved into downtown Chicago, and it was like a 1-bedroom studio. It was 15 or 1600 and we were like sharing a studio apartment.
You complained about that 600, now it's 1500. Yeah.
Well, the crazy thing was when my roommate in college played in Cardiff he was a goalie. He played for he had a little stint in Cardiff, and he was trying to get me to come over, and I think I was playing somewhere else, and he was like, come over, and I was like, no, I'm gonna stay here. But yeah, he played in Cardiff for a little bit.
So when you finished college, your next step after that then was?
I went and played. Oh God! See, this is like I have a really weird career path. So I played 4 years at uni, got like super burnt out.
Yeah.
Like I was just really burnt out of like the grind, coaches screaming at you all the time. Like I just didn't enjoy hockey.
Yeah.
So I could have played in the U.S. and I had friends that played in the U.S. and they're like, it's a grind. They're like, it's not fun. They're like, it's a job after, like, you got to play hockey, you got to do what you love, but they're like, it's not fun. So basically I was like, well, I want to go to Europe.
Yeah.
I was like, and I just want to like experience, like, I was like, I've played hockey this long. I have my degree. I don't want to quit and not really give it like a kick at the can of like playing professionally at least for a year. So I signed in like the Dutch league, which is like Netherlands, and the team that I played for was in Belgium. Like that ain't a hockey hotbed. Like the Dutch are not.
But it was an excuse to that was granting you an income whilst you were traveling.
Yeah, and basically, so I ended up going to the team in Belgium and like loved it. Yeah. Like the rink that we played in was like, it was partially outdoors. Like it was basically like a circus tent. And like there was no walls. We had no glass because it would fog up, so it was just like netting stretched really tight.
Really?
Yeah, and like just the guys there were wicked. The little town that we lived in was like everybody. They all spoke Flemish, which is a different version of Dutch. Okay. Yeah, and everybody was nice. Everybody spoke English. Just like the lifestyle was completely different from the U.S., where like everybody in the U.S. Like lives to work. And there, everybody works to live. Like they just work to go on vacation or enjoy their life. Where everybody in the U.S. is just like it's just hustling, and they look miserable, like walking to their job every day. We're there. Yeah. I think it was like one of my first days. I went to a sandwich shop at like 12:30, and there was just no one behind the counter, and I was like standing there. And then finally, some lady like walked in like 5 minutes later. She walks behind, and she was like, "Oh." Like washes her hand, she's like, oh, says something in Flemish, and I was like, oh, English, and she's like, oh, sorry, like I was just having a glass of wine in the square, because there's the sandwich shop was like in the main square, and she's like, oh, I was just having a glass of wine. It was like 12:30, and I was like, you're working, right? Like it's like mid lunchtime. She's relaxed, and she's just having a glass of wine with a friend, and then she just came in, made my sandwich, and then
really, yeah, just different mentality.
But yeah, so I loved it. So I went to Belgium for the first year and just loved the lifestyle.
Got the enjoyment back.
Kind of like fell back in love with hockey. Like I enjoyed not having like coaches. Like the thing with college is like it's so regimented, where it's like you need to be at workout at this time. Then you go to class for the whole day, and then you have practice at this time, and then like it's always the coaches or like somebody telling you what to do. Where like the pros is nice. Like you'd probably know, where it's like, okay, well you're on your own. Do you come into the season in shape, or do you not come? Like
that's up to you.
Yeah, it's kind of up to you. Where it's like, it's kind of like it's just like I'd rather do it on my own than have somebody breathing down my neck to do it all the time.
It's frustrating though when someone's barking at you all the time, and it takes the enjoyment away. I definitely experienced that, like in Australia with injuries more than anything, where you're trying to chase your tail all the time. You get injured, you get into the team. You get injured, you get out of the team. And you're trying to get fit, and then you're forever chasing your tail, and you're like, fuck. This was not why I played this sport. No. You played it because it was fun, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's as soon as that joy gets taken away, it's...
They do say, though, that when you start getting paid to do something, it's not as fun. They say that.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're gonna like an internal pressure to perform, really. Like,
yeah.
Well, if you didn't get paid, you had nothing to lose. Like if you see a lot of guys at the back end of their career, like they really just enjoy. They're turning up, and they're like, you know what, win or lose, I'm gonna just have fun out there. Obviously be competitive, but like the what coaches say to you, or the pressure doesn't hit the same when you are 25.
No.
Itching to get in the team. Am I good enough? And all those things, you know? It's a different mentality.
I agree. Like if if I was getting paid, like I don't know how football, like I see why like footballers, they get paid like millions and millions. And I could see why it's hard for them.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're getting paid all this money regardless. And it's like, I could see why. But yeah, for me, it's just like, I still enjoy it. I still love it. Like my wife always jokes around. She's like, you literally get paid to do a hobby. Like you get.
So lucky, man.
And it's like, I'll never take it for granted. It's hard because like sometimes you do take it for granted. But then it's like, you just actually think about it. And then I'm like, if I ever had to go to an office, like every day, like one, I'd get fired. Like I'd be in the HR all the time because like I'd be.
Oh, man. The banter, like I was speaking about this the other day to someone, like the banter that you have at training or where you guys at practice and like when we have rugby. I remember when I started to work in like with, you know, your working
Normal
normal people.
yeah.
It sounds so weird saying that. Oh man, people look at me stupid. So I started to edge over to like ex-rugby players or footy players because you know you could have that humor and push the line.
Yeah.
But you say that to like Steve that's worked in HR all year. You know you're in trouble.
I know, and like, but like, I'll be sitting on the couch, and like my wife will be like sending emails or on a conference call or something. I'll just listen to her. And like she's got to be so like nice and friendly, and then honestly, like if it was me, like if it's I'm dreading my first like trip. I'll have a trip to HR because like they'll be like, you message like the office group like an inappropriate GIF or something. I'm like, yeah, okay, my bad. Like, yep, there we go.
Yeah, that was me.
Yep. So this group chat's not like that, huh? No. This is Microsoft Office or Microsoft Teams. Oh, my bad. This is like a WhatsApp.
I can't talk about my piss up on the weekend and how hungover I am.
Yeah. Or just like when like it's just like I don't know, hockey players, like if you go celebrate, like if you have a big win, you're like, everybody to the showers. Like you can't be like, oh, we made a good memo. Like, Deborah, get in the shower. Like, yeah, can't you say that? You'll get like,
you can. Yeah, it's just so many. If you're not in that, if you've never experienced it, that sports culture, it's and when you're in it, it makes sense. But when you're not in it and you're looking, you guys are weird.
Yeah.
But it's the part of the journey in it though. Jeez,
it'll be a learning curve for me when I actually get a real job.
How old are you now?
35?
Okay, so
36? No, 36.
Like, what is the average age like for a player?
God, everybody's different, but like, man, like 30, I'd probably say like 36 to 38 is like high. If you can make it to 40, like you're doing good. Like
that's impressive.
Yeah.
You know, like it might be different for you, but you're still one of the top performers for the Devils.
Yeah, like the last couple seasons, like I've had the last like 3-4 seasons have been really good for me. Where like I don't know if I just read the game differently or if it's just, but yeah, the last 3 seasons have been good. And I think honestly, because I skate so well, and like I get it back to like my mom and figure skating. Like I skate really well, and I think that's the one saving grace I have. Where like knock on wood though, like I'm like like one like it's scary to think about because like you are at this stage, you're like one big injury. I guess like everybody's like you're like one injury away from
it's done.
Yeah.
And 100%. I think you realize it more as you get older. But then for yourself, then obviously when you look at it like that, I think like the key one is because you hear it all the time about people. Oh, if I had the mindset I have now, but I had the body I did when I was 21,
man,
you'd be a freak.
I would love that. Like if everybody's like, if you could go back with like your experiences, if you could go back when you were 18 with the experiences you have now, like, oh God, it would be.
You wouldn't do like how many times would you on the field and you just rush everything on the what do you call it?
Well, we always say the pitch, but like we always say like we joke around and say like pitch because everybody says, but it's just like the ice and the rink, and
like. You know, you do so much more covering and so much more extra work, and then you see like these veterans. They're so much smarter and clinical. They do less work. They're more efficient. They're more effective. And you're like, imagine him if he had that mindset now. You know?
Like if I could go back to, because like when you're like younger, like I don't know, like rugby's the same. Like you try to do a lot of like you try to do everything.
100%.
And then you realize like later on in your life, like what you're good at, what you excel at. Where like if I could go back to like 16 and be like, this is how you should play, instead of trying to like find your identity of like what you do well. Like if you could go back and like find it right away, oh God, like I probably would hopefully be in the NHL with when I knew. Like.
I reckon for me as I got older, I think I knew with the injuries I had, I was always pretty positive and always upbeat. And I thought like every club needs that guy who brings energy. Like it's a long old season, isn't it?
Yep.
So you need that. And then I was like, okay, I'm good at that. I feel like a punch above my weight in defense. I'm a good communicator. Okay, let's focus on those three areas. But when you're younger, you're trying to do everything.
You're trying to be the star. Everybody, like that's the thing is what I've realized. Even like kids, it's like everybody wants to be the star, but like every team needs guys who are willing to do. Then like that's like my career in a nutshell. It's like I get like everybody wants to be the star. They want to be the point scorer. They want to get goals. They want to do this. But I'm like, I'm perfectly happy. With doing stuff like that was my one opportunity with like uni and stuff like that. It was like, I'll do whatever it takes that no one wants to do, where it's like, oh, you're good at penalty killing or like you're good at defense, where it's like, it's not flashy, but if no one notices you, then you're doing a good job. If they notice you like doing, then you're probably doing bad stuff. But if no one notices you, you're doing the right thing.
It's true.
What's up, guys? This podcast is brought to you by UTest. UTest provides clinically accurate, rapid home testing kits for a variety of medical conditions and deficiencies. Designed for convenience, these tests deliver results in just 5 minutes, eliminating the need to wait days or weeks for lab results. The range includes tests for prostate PSA levels, bowel cancer screening, onset menopause to fertility, and more. All tests are available with the next day delivery at www.utest.co.uk. Use the code 0010 for 10% off your order. Now, let's go back to the episode.
But you fluctuate between defense and attack.
And that was
Is that common?
no.
So how did that come in on board?
So that was when I was younger, I played defense, and then I switched when I was like 17 to forward. And then I realized like, man, you kind of learn two positions where like, and then I think that's what helped me get better at the game was I kind of started understanding, because I was so like, I knew defense, I understood defense. I switched to forward. I kind of started learning the different aspect of like the game. But then when I thought as a forward, I knew what the defense were going to do when I was playing forward because I played defense. So then, and it was vice versa. When I played defense, I knew what the forward was going to do because I played forward. So it was kind of like understanding the game because I could kind of get inside their mind of like, that's usually the tendency of what people do. And then I think that's what just helped me. And then I came to Europe and like, you have way more value. In the US, it's a meat market. They have so many people.
Conveyor belt.
Yeah. And then in the thing with coming to the Europe was they only have so many imports on a team. Some teams can't bring in a lot of guys because of budget. So like if you can play forward and defense, like that's huge for a team because then they're basically getting 2 players for 1. So then I was like, well, if I stay in Europe, like that's a huge advantage for me. Like I can do both.
Longevity of your career just goes up as well.
Yeah, it does. It's a lot of work. Like sometimes but I had a coach when I played in Nottingham. I had a really good coach, and like I'd play like a shift at defense, and then like mid game I'd go play forward, and like I loved it because like it was like your brain was constantly going, like you were like constantly engaged. Where like I loved it. Or like sometimes like it's not. I don't want to say sometimes, but like sometimes if I'm playing like defense you can. Like you can eat up out of a 60-minute game. Like I could play like 25 to 30 minutes at defense pretty easily. Yeah. And like sometimes it's just like so mundane and boring where it's just like, I'll just be sitting there and I'll be like, I'm bored. Like I'm just bored.
Well, the best thing about it, if you do get a bit bored, you just go with coach. I want to go in attack now. Yeah.
And like sometimes like if the coach, if we're like if we have like low bodies or injuries, like I'll play 1 game at defense, 1 at forward. And it's like, it's a kind of nice break.
Yeah. What's been your best? Where would you say your best season was recently?
Yeah, like last year, I think the last 2 years for defense, I think were 2 of like my better years. For defense, I played 1 year in Sheffield, and I played forward most of the year, and like I had a lot of points that year. But yeah, like for me, like the last season was a good season. The season before that, I thought were like the 2. I think I had the most points at defense in my career, which is kind of unheard of at like 34, 35. So those were good. But it's like you said, you get, if you could have the knowledge and experience, like you kind of could be a weapon.
Have you had bad injuries throughout your season?
Yeah.
Every year, I mean?
Yeah. So I had the year before COVID, my second year in Cardiff, when I played for GB, I ended up tearing my MCL, ACL, and like injuries are, fuck, I hate them.
Yeah, MCL, is that the inside of the knee?
Yeah, inside.
So you've come inwards.
Yeah.
Did you have to have surgery on the MCL as well?
Yeah, so they did. So I had reconstructive surgery on the MCL, ACL. I had it at Nuffield at the Vale.
Really?
I think it's the Vale. Is it? Yeah. So I had it.
Yeah. Is what graft did they use?
Hamstring.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's good?
Yeah, I've never really had any issues with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I've had 3, and my first one was hamstring. Second one was...
You said the patella, didn't you?
Yeah. So the second was hamstring again from the same, like they used the other hamstring, and then they mixed it with like a synthetic.
Yeah.
Did nothing. Probably other factors involved in that, but then the third one was patella and touch words.
Yeah, because like that's the new thing is the patella, because it's supposed to heal like way quicker.
Yeah, and it's from patella's your bone, right?
I thought patella is the one that goes like over your it goes over. It's like a muscle ligament over your knee.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. You're telling me something.
Yeah.
So, but what I find with that is it's touch wood. It's been great. Yeah. Like if anything, it's the other knee that gives me more issues now. It's like it's overcompensating.
Yeah, mine does the same. Like, man, my other one cracks and like it creaks.
I get tendonitis in my other knee from it, but it's touch wood. It's just changing my training has helped. Like, I stopped trying to do clean and press or trying to do front squats in the gym. I've got to maneuver differently to, But I'm not playing serious anymore. I'm playing for fun now. But you're still pro. You know, so
but
it's impressive.
But like like injuries, like. The one thing, like injuries are like, I tried to explain it to somebody who doesn't, like my wife I'll talk to, I'm like, because she doesn't know any, like she doesn't care about hockey, doesn't even come to.
Do you like that though? Or?
I do, because like she doesn't come to games, like she supports me with it, like which like she's great with it. She's like, this is what you love to do, this is your job. Like she'll like support me, which is awesome, but like she's like doesn't know anything about hockey, probably doesn't even know when I'm on the ice half the time.
Does she watch? She comes and watches though.
Sometimes she doesn't. Like there'll be times where she's like, I just like, she works a normal job, like her weekends are her weekends.
Yeah, she wants to recharge.
Yeah, and like I'm not gonna be like, oh, you got to come to the rink, where she's like, oh, maybe come, sometimes I won't, and I'm just like, I kind of like it, because I'm like, she's her own person, she can do whatever she wants, which is good. But I was trying to explain to her, I'm like, injuries are like the lone. I don't think people understand like how lonely they are for like actual athletes.
Yeah.
Because like you're with the team, but you're not with the team. Because like I was trying to tell her, like it's literally like it's you and like the physio, and usually it's just you alone doing the rehab program that they get you, and it's literally the most depressing thing, because you can't practice. You come to the rink or you go to like the rugby pitch. Then the team goes out, you get to like socialize with them, like banter before. They go out for practice, you go do your rehab. Sometimes you get to see them after to like have a good time, have a good bants, and then that's it. And then when the games start rolling around, they're traveling, you're just on your own. And I'm like, and like injuries, my knee was mentally the most frustrating.
It's not physical. It's obviously like there's a physical aspect of getting that right, but it is the mental.
It's the mental.
I realized like I missed, like when the season starts coming around, and this, after a game everyone's talking about the game, and then the week they're reflecting on the last week's game, and then talking about the opposition the following week, and you're not in that. You can't be like, oh, remember that time when that guy ran at us and we hit and we made that try or whatever with yourself, or we set that shot up and he got a goal, but you just like, oh, I'm out of this. Yeah. And then it's tough.
It's so alienating. It's crazy. It's actually like, that was the one thing where like, I think I wouldn't say I was taking hockey for granted, but I was kind of taking it for granted. And that put like a very big perspective, because I was like, because like in an instant it could get taken away from you, like in an instant. And then like you said, it's more mental, where you're like, for me, it was like every day, I'd be like, if it was progress, even if it was like tiny bit of progress, like I mean like a minuscule bit of progress, I'd be like, progress is progress. Yeah. Like you got to have a good attitude, where it's not like, oh, this is shit. Where like every day, if I could do 2 degrees more of straightening my leg. I was like, this is fucking massive. Like,
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
great.
yeah.
And then the next day would come and it would be like, I couldn't even like straighten I couldn't even do anything. And I was like, oh, this sucks.
Or you start running again and your knee starts to fill up again in fluid. I remember like, just because it was all on the same knee, I remember every time I did it, it was just that, I'm going to have to go through hell again for another 6 to 9 months before I can go again. And then the third time I just was done. I reckon my physio was underlying like a counselor or a therapist. But so I just go on the bed and fucking nearly cry. Like,
oh, yeah. And then not to mention too, like you probably had it where like you would like almost physically cry because they straighten your leg out and then they do the thing where they just like push it down to straighten it. And it is... I don't think people understand. Like, I'd like almost cry. Like, it was fucking, and they'd literally hold your knee, like, and you're just like,
The funny thing, well, not funny now, but like they would be going to me, right, when you get home, sit on your sofa, and you know, like you have you have like a little leg thing to be, push that away, and just get 2 shopping bags and put like flour in there, like not too heavy, and put flour, and then just let your knee drop. Yeah. But do you know how painful that is, just to let your knee drop? And
because I did the one where like I'd lay on like my bed on my stomach and like where your knees were at the edge of the bed and just let your legs like fall down and like
it's tough, isn't it? Or when you start doing hamstring curls or activating that.
I don't know how you did it 3 times. I
don't know. Sometimes when we talk about it, I'm like, why am I still having a run now for amateur?
I know. Every time I see you like on your Instagram, you're like, we ran 10K. I'm like, good job, man. Like, I'll see you next time.
This guy's crazy.
I'm like, not a chance I'm doing that.
I don't mind all that. It's just a thought now of like in this season just gone, someone in this league, there's a bit more ruthless. You don't have people do loads of slice shots, but I remember like picked the ball up and ran, and this guy was offside and come out of nowhere, just tackled me directly into my knee. I thought my knee's gone again. Yeah. That was a moment for me, like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, what am I? Yeah.
And then touch wood, it was good, but yeah, it's a lot of learning curves. But even like you said, man, with yourself and where you're at, you've traveled the world via this career, which is impressive alone. Yeah, it's given you so many opportunities, and I think sometimes we need that perspective. Though.
Oh yeah.
When some people have gone their whole career without an injury, I'm like.
Props, yeah.
Well done, man.
I know.
You're lucky.
Because, like, I never really had any big injuries. And then I think it was, I forgot what year it was. I had 3. I dislocated, I, like, separated my shoulder, broke my hand, and then broke my ankle all in one. Yeah. And it was, like, and then the ankle was at the end of the year for when I was playing for Team GB. So I had to get surgery. I missed, it was in, like, exhibition games. I missed GB. They won a gold medal, so I missed a gold medal, which was like
that's huge.
Yeah, which like it kind of like that pissed me off. Yeah. So I had to have surgery, missed a gold medal, rehabbed all summer. Rehabbed all summer, and then I think it was like a season or 2 later. It might have been 2 seasons later. I did my knee, and like worked my ass off the whole year. Came back in like February, played a handful of games, like 5 maybe, and then COVID hit and they shut the season down, and I was like, why the hell? Like, I was so pissed. And like it was like I had a good, because I was pissed because like they obviously shut the season down. I think we were going to win the league that year. We were like 6 points clear with like 3 games ahead. We were probably going to win the league. COVID hit, and then I like mentally I was like, oh, I'm just going to take it into the summer, and like I trained and like trained really hard in the summer because I was like, well, I didn't have a season, so I trained hard in the summer. And I think if I would have not trained in the summer, I probably would have either not been so good coming back, or I probably would have been like, I'll play 1 or 2 more years and then pack it in.
What was it like when you come back from the ACL, like your first game? And
oh man, I almost cried.
Yeah, getting back into, because you are like, it's not running. You're on a thin blade.
Oh yeah, and
like your knee has got to be so strong to do that.
Yeah, it was. I had a, because we could wear knee braces. I don't know, rugby you can't.
Not you can strap them, but
yeah. So I had like the big knee brace on, which was good because it kind of gives you peace of mind. It's uncomfortable, like it doesn't feel right at all. But like I had that where like it was kind of peace of mind, where like if anything does happen, like
it's stable.
It's stable, and it's like usually if you're in the knee brace, they're like if you tear your ACL or whatever, they're like, there was so much force that even if you did it with the knee brace, there's so much force without the knee brace, it was going anyways. Like,
everything else is coming with it.
yeah,
probably.
like basically. So they're like, if you do it with the knee brace, it was gonna happen anyways. So it's like, but yeah, I think I can't remember if it was my first game back was at home, but I remember like the fans gave me like a standing ovation, and I was like, this is huge, like. Because it was just like, man, this is like, because like this is why I work so hard. Like this is like the days where the team's gone and it's like just me skating or like me working out in the gym. Like the guys would help, and like it was nice being able to be around them. But I was like, this was like,
this means a lot.
yeah. And then I think I scored like the second game back.
Really?
I was like, fuck.
That's
yeah.
good for confidence. Though,
Oh, I
isn't
almost
it?
cried because I was like, man, this means like the world to me.
Yeah.
Like this is like
This is the best.
worth it now. Yeah.
So obviously, like being American, but then you've played for Great Britain, and we touched on a little bit. Your dad's got is he British?
Yeah, so he was born just outside of Leeds, like a small town called Horsforth.
Horsforth.
Yeah, but he was born there, and my grandparents were both born there. And we still have like family and stuff that live up there. So yeah, they ended up immigrating over to the U.S., and then that's how I was able to get my passport.
Wow.
I had to play 2 years in the league to be eligible for the national team, which is, I kind of get that. So like people just don't come over. But yeah, so I played 2 years in the league, eligible for the national team. And I think I played, 8 seasons maybe?
Really?
Eight national? Yeah. I don't know.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really good. So you've called it a day with a GB.
Yeah. So like I'm obviously getting older. GB usually is at the end of the season. I just thought, for me, it's like I've played for GB. We've made it to like the top group multiple years in a row that I played on the team. So like the top groups like Canada, USA, Finland, Sweden.
Top dogs.
It's the best of the best. And like we've done fairly well up in those groups. Like I wouldn't say we're anywhere close to those countries, but like we've battled and like we've kept games close. Some teams we like actually like we were beating Canada 1-0 at one point. And I was
So
like,
good.
I remember looking up at the scoreboard. I was like, what the hell is
That's so
going
good.
on? It only lasted like a minute and then they tied it
but
up.
still.
Yeah, but at one point.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I took it as far as I wanted to go with that, like playing on the national team, where then I kind of realized if I could stretch my career out even a year more without kind of killing my body, playing for the national team, pushing it at the end of the season where like your body's already been through the ringer. You're going to go play a tournament against the best players in the world. The chances of injury are higher because your body's already beat up. So I was like, if I can limit the risk and even stretch my career out by one more year, I was like, it's kind of worth it. Where it's like, I enjoy the national team. The guys are awesome. We get to go to really cool countries. It's a great experience. Like, it's just the guys in the locker room. And then like a lot of the guys are leaving too. Like they were older. So it's kind of like a new age of players coming in. So for me, I felt guilty where if I was like, oh, I'm going to play on the team and I'm not really fully into it, I'm like, and I'm taking away an opportunity for a young guy to get experience. Cause like they might never be at that top group. Like I've done it 3 or 4 years in that top group. And like,
yeah, but it's hard to say because if you're good enough, you're like,
you'd hope
it's
that,
not like you're in a, your club team where there's a guy that just needs to get a couple of runs under his belt. This is top level. So it's
it is, but it's like,
so is the door fully shut?
I think so. Like, I think I've done what I wanted to do at GB. I've enjoyed it. I've had, I won some silvers, some golds, and I think we won a bronze one year. But like, I've done it as far as I want to take it. But yeah, it's like, for me, I'd rather, like, I got married last year. And for me, it was kind of like, well, me and my wife got married December. The season's going on. So like, we never really had time to like settle in and enjoy it, where like she never really had a husband because I was always running around on the weekends. So I was like, at the end of the season, it was nice for like me and her to go travel around. We could hang out. She could actually have a husband. I could have a wife, and it wasn't like the hecticness.
Is she Welsh or is she American?
No, she's from Nottingham.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's British.
Oh, that's right, because you've been traveling back up there.
Yeah, so we ended up, so she's down here now full time. Nice. So yeah, thank God. That drive, like, I don't know how she did, like 3 hours.
3
like,
hours all the time.
Yeah.
Well, obviously with your season, how many games are in a season?
Oh God, you're gonna put me on the spot. 50. I want to say it's like 54, and then we do like a mid-season tournament of 10 games.
Fuck, man, that's a
and
lot.
And then playoffs, and then exhibition games, and then GB. exhibition games, then GB. Honestly, like by the end of like the GB and everything, it's like sometimes you can play 100 games.
That's crazy. So in a week, when would you be playing, like, from one game to the next? What's the gap?
So we'll usually, this will be our normal week. So like our normal week will be like, if during the season and when we're going, it'll be like you train Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sometimes you play Friday, not really, but then you'll play games Saturday, Sunday.
Games Saturday and Sunday, back to back.
Back to back.
What the?
Oh yeah, and then Monday you'll have off, and then sometimes they'll do a midweek game. Like so, like last year we had a month of midweek games, so we'd play Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday.
So you're just trying to recover in between. You're not really training, surely.
No, we'd train hard, and like you'd be in the gym, like like you'd be in the gym, and like you wouldn't be like lifting like crazy heavy weights, but like you gotta,
because after a game your body's sore, surely.
Yeah.
So you gotta go again Sunday.
Go again
the next day.
And like sometimes we'll play like in Scotland on Saturday, stay the night in Scotland, get on a plane Sunday morning.
Wow.
Fly to Cardiff or fly to Bristol because there's no flights into Cardiff.
That's crazy.
You
guys are based there. That's just
fly to Bristol, bus an hour to the rink, maybe get like a couple hours of sleep maybe at home, or sometimes like if there's traffic or anything, we'd show up right to the game.
Wow.
So you'd play Saturday and you travel Sunday, and then
that's crazy.
It's mental. I think our schedule this year, thank God, is like way nicer. I think we either play like 3 games in 3 nights when we go to Scotland. So we'll do like Friday, Saturday, Sunday
in Scotland.
That
makes more sense.
And then I think sometimes we'll play at home on a Friday and then a Sunday in Scotland, which like gives us a day in between, which is huge because like I don't think people realize like, man, I'm 36. Like I don't want to be riding a bus like after a game all sore to come to another game.
Have you just got the simple coach buses, or have you got a little bit of luxury?
I think we have the old Cardiff City bus.
Okay.
It's like it's nice. It has tables and stuff, but like I'm weird where like I have like a mattress, little like blow up thing, and I lay on the ground. I call it my
down the walk in the middle.
No, not in the middle. So I lay like across because like where the seats go back to back. I call it like my teepee. So it's like the seats go back to back. I'll put my mattress down and like just lay across, and I just sit in the teepee and sleep the whole time. Or like I'll just be like on my phone. But yeah, I won't. That teepee, me and that thing, I won't leave that. Like, I don't even have a seat on the bus, man. I'm like a veteran. I have to like share with somebody to eat a meal, and then I just go right back in the teepee, just eat chocolate bars.
Is it? Back, like ever since I've grown up, the old guys get the back of the bus. You give them the respect, they get it, and the youngsters sit down. Is that the similar concept?
Similar, yeah. We're like, if like it's a younger guys on the team, like they'll double up on the seats and stuff, and like usually, like you won't. But like hockey players are pretty respectful. Like they won't like just be like, oh, this is my seat, and some guy who's played like our captain's played almost 20 years in Cardiff.
Wow.
He's not going to be like, well, that's my seat. And somebody's going to be like, oh, I'm taking it. It's like, yeah, no. Yeah. Sleep on the floor.
In this team, what's the mixture of nationalities, or is it pretty?
We got a lot of Canadians this year. Last year we had quite a bit of Americans. We have a couple Americans. We have a kid from Scotland this year, Brody Kay. Ben Davies is Welsh. We used to have Josh Batch last year, who was English. Sam Duggan's English. Ben Bounds is English. We got a couple, like obviously guys from UK. Mark Richardson's English. We used to have a couple Welsh guys, but not. No, they're not. Not too many.
Is it like shows how much I know? But is there like an academy system or a development area for the Devils?
No. They have like the junior Devils, but I don't think it's really like paired in with the Devils. That's the thing with hockey in the UK is like there's no like there's no like youth system, or there's no academy, and it's just like the funding. They don't get funding from the government, so it's like how would you? And we're not like football. Like we don't have the massive budget to like dump a whole bunch of money into academy.
Yeah.
Where like I get it, and like that's the thing is like it's kind of like the owners of the team, you want to build an academy, but then it's like you're also they're not making millions like the Premier, where they're like football. We can't afford the reason why they bought the team was to make a little bit of money. Where it's like that give and take, where I see it from both sides, where like I wish they would. I wish the government here would actually like take ice hockey, because like with no, like we have no government funding for Team GB. Like
It's mad.
we're all like like we're just funded, like self-funded.
Really?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's tough going.
And we're in the top group, so it's like, man, if you actually like invest it, if the government
Imagine.
actually, like the sport minister, like
Yeah. Credit to that Welsh guy in the team. How many Welsh? One or two?
Ben Davies is the only one. We had Matthew Myers, he was Welsh, and then we got Bailey Haywood. He's Welsh too. He's a young
Nice.
Brit that we signed. We got a couple Welsh guys. Yeah.
Nice.
There you go.
I like that. Well, man, that's a crazy old season though, of how many games you play. Like, how many's in a squad?
20. I think we might have 24, 23. But I actually don't even
Is
know.
the rotation big then? It must be Saturday, Sunday game. Surely there's got to be.
No, like that's the thing, is like the rotation's not that big.
Coach just loves flogging you guys.
Yeah, pretty much. Like the lines will stay. I think we might have to sit like 2 people out a game. But yeah, like because usually you'll play 12 forwards, 60, 2 goalies, like 1 goalie plays, 1 backup. Yeah. That's usually.
You've got to have some characters though, haven't you, in the team to keep you with each other that much, traveling all the time. Is there some guys that come in your head that you're like, yeah, he's a crack up?
Yeah. Like there's like, over the years, like you'll meet guys and you'll just be like we talked about it a little bit a few days ago, like guys in the locker room, we were just talking about old guys we played with, and like, God, we miss that. Like we miss him. Like he used to play here and we're like, God, we miss him.
Yeah.
Like, because you'll get guys who are like super outgoing, super funny, but then like you'll get, like I've played with them in Cardiff, they'll be like older guys like with kids, but they're like grumpy and like super sarcastic, but when they do say something, you're like, you'll piss yourself laughing, because like you just don't expect them to say it, and they're just hilarious. Like
it's totally different, isn't it? Like I think now, like I think it's slightly changes in how youngsters, I don't know what it's like in hockey, but like how you communicate to youngsters in like trying to get the best out of them. Some of them don't really love a bit of tough love or a bit of resilience in them, because with the older guys, I don't know about you growing up, and then coaches shout at you all the time. And if you fucked, they just give you that look sometimes, and you fucked up. Yeah. And that's all you need to know. But if you said that to some of them, they take it personally.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, man, after this game, we'll have a beer together. We'll be fine. Yeah. But like in this moment, in the pressure moment, let's buy in.
Like you can't. I don't know how coaches, like you just can't coach young kids like youngsters. Like you can't. Maybe a few of them you can kind of be hard on, but yeah, like the newer generation of hockey players, like you can't. They're just like, I don't know what it is. It's just like like if you do get hard on them, they just like instantly fold or like shut off. Where like there's none of that like pushback or anything. But like I'm from the old generation where like I had coaches, like if you screwed up a drill and stuff in practice, like if you weren't paying attention, like you just hear a puck get ripped by your face, and it would be the coach. It would be the coach shooting it at you. Wow. Oh yeah, like I had a coach that would like in juniors, like he'd rip pucks at you if you fucked up one of his drills, he'd shoot a puck like head high, and like you don't have you have a visor on, like if he hits you like when you're not paying attention,
you'll know about that.
Oh yeah, but he'd like rip them. He'd like rip them at you.
That's different.
Oh yeah. But like you just can't do it with younger.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say like, I don't know how to like describe young players, because like they're so skilled. Yeah. Like when I go home, like it's crazy in America, because like kids like are so skilled. Like I'll go back and like practice with like my skating coach, or like, and these kids are like 18, 16 to 20 years old. They're so skilled. And I'll be like, Jesus Christ, like these kids can do stuff like I can't even do. And like they're skating so good. They're so young. They have like all the individual skills. But then like you watch them in a game and they're trying to do everything on their own. And they have like no game sense. Like skill wise, they're so skilled. But like game sense, they are literally so stupid. Like they don't know where to go on the ice. They don't know what to do. They're just like, and like, I'm just like, if you guys could figure it out, you'd be unbelievable. Like, they're just so skilled now, the kids these days.
Or just listen to like older people. And saying that though, when you were younger, I don't know, I probably thought I knew it all. Yeah. Didn't work out well, mind.
No, but and it's like, it's just, I think it's like how the world is now with like YouTube, Instagram, like kids have like, when we were younger, like like when something new happened, like you'd either be like watching it in rugby and you're like, holy shit, that guy just did something that no one's ever done before. but like now it's like, it's as soon as somebody does something like that, it's like, it's on Instagram, it's on YouTube, and then they're like teaching you how to do it. Where like, we never had that. Like we'd have to go to practice and be like, let's try to do whatever so-and-so did. And like, you'd be trying it and be like, holy, like this is impossible. Like, how does he do it? But like now it's like, everything's at the everything's at your fingertips.
And I totally agree with that. And I actually think as well, I don't know about hockey, but in other sports, I think the fundamentals are slowly going, like the basic, the pass, the movement, the, like positioning, because they're trying to do that highlight reel, make that look good. But like they can't, in sports, in rugby anyway, you can't pass left or right. Well, when you're growing up, I don't know about you, you'd probably be just banging it back and forth with your buddy or against the wall and just...
It's crazy, like how like what we learned growing up, it's completely like flip-flopped. Like golf, like we were talking about golf. So when I go back home, like the club that I play at, the youth guys, like he basically runs like all of like the Chicago. He's like one of the best youth developers for like the kids in Chicagoland area. Wow. And I was like talking to him about kids, and he was like, literally, when we grew up, it was like swing technique, this stuff. He's like, now all you teach kids is like pace and power. And he was like, you make them swing as hard as, like, you want them swinging as hard as they can. Cause he's like, we can teach them technique, but you can't teach power. So all he does is like, young kids are like, literally they just are hitting it as hard as possible. And it's like, that is the complete opposite of what you were taught when you were like, when you first learned. Yeah. Cause like when you were younger, like when I learned, and like, even when you, like, you're picking it up now, people are like, the slower you swing, the less tempo, like you can still make good contact. And now he's like what I'm teaching is like, you can't, he's like, I can teach technique and stuff later down the road, but like power and speed is the one thing you can't get. And I was like, that's insane.
It's a bit backwards because like, even I'm just thinking now, goal kicking when I was younger, I used to have a guy that take me, he'd be like our age now, but I was young, teenager, and we would never go for distance. We'd always kick short and make the kicks actually really on an angle. So we're really focusing on direction and swinging and kicking the ball right. Where if I went back 40 meters, I'd never make the shot. Like, it's quite interesting. It's quite
it's weird. It's just different. It's like the complete opposite of how it usually is.
Yeah. When are you playing next, golf?
I don't know, because like we start, like the season starts like Monday.
It's mad though. Like I thought about it when you just said it. No wonder you guys, how long's your break?
For the summer, mid-April till now.
Okay.
But like everybody's like, oh, that's a long break. And I'm like, it is. But like maybe I took a month off of like not doing anything. And then it was like working out. Yeah. Right back to skating like 3 times a week. So it's like you never really get a break.
How are your ankles and things like that from being, I know it's been in you from 2 years old, but.
Yeah, fine. Like the weird thing with hockey, because like you're locked in a boot, so like your ankles are like not
locked in.
Yeah, they're not like, I wouldn't say we have the strongest of ankles, but like we don't really use like ankle muscles to a crazy degree. Where like in the summertime it's nice to like work those stuff, like the little muscles that like, because like hockey you're locked in a boot, like you can't use like calf, you hardly ever. It's more like it's just such a quad hamstring dominant sport where like.
So interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's a sport that's just barbaric to an extent. Do you still have the enforcer guy that just That's like crazy.
Like there's still like you need those guys, like you need them.
It's so cool that like that's his designated real, like obviously he's coming in just to flog someone, and then
kind of it's changed. It used to be like he'd come in and that was like his main job, but then it's like evolved where like where like guys we're like, well, I can fight, but I need to learn how to play. Like probably like 10 years ago, like you'd see there was a transition of like guys who came in just for fighting, and then guys came in who could like actually fight, but then they like mold their game where they could actually play. And then now it's kind of like, now you got to be careful because it's like, it could be a skill guy, but he's also tough as nails where like you don't really know. And like every year too, it's like every teams get new guys, so you don't really know. And then you can quickly figure out like a couple games in where it's like, this guy's battered like 5 people on 5 different teams. And you're like, he's leading their team in points and he's also kicked the shit out of 5. Yeah, he's also tough as fuck. Like maybe we don't go near that, man.
How does someone get through the ranks and get that far into a career of like, because if you're fighting from an early day, like early stages, how are you getting that far into your career and still being a tough guy?
You're good at what you're good.
You're not getting hit much.
No. So like my first 2 years here, like 2 years or 3. Mark Lewis was my D partner here, and he was like, he could play, but he was like tough. Like he was like the tough guy of the league.
Yeah.
And I remember like guys would fight him or like want to fight him. And I remember like they dropped their gloves, and I was just like, I would be genuinely scared for the other guy, like not for like Mark Lewis, my D partner, because I knew he was just going to absolutely like if you look at some of his fights, like, oh my God, they're like, I'd be genuinely concerned for the other man.
Really?
I'd be like, dude, this isn't going to go.
Have you ever seen some nasty fights and you've gone, fuck, he's hit the
Oh
floor
yeah.
hard, or
Oh yeah.
they ever take the helmets off as well, or is it just gloves first?
Gloves first. Sometimes they changed the rules in hockey. Like this is how like smart but psychopath fighters are. So they changed the rules a couple years ago where like if you fought, because they used to, like, fighters have like a code. So like the visors are like, if you actually like punch somebody with a visor, like they cut the shit out of your hands. Like they're like sharp. Like the
top of it and the bottom?
like the top and the bottom are sharp.
Wow.
So fighters, like their unwritten rule is they wouldn't wear visors. So like if they fought somebody, you didn't have like, you weren't cutting your hands.
Yeah.
So then they changed the rule where you had to, everybody, if you weren't grandfathered in, you had to wear the visor. So then the enforcers were like, all right, we'll just take off our helmets instead of like, because that's the respect thing.
Yeah.
Like we're not, but then they changed the rule and said you weren't allowed to take your helmets off. So then fighters figured out, okay, well, we can't take our helmets off, but if the other person takes my helmet off and I take his helmet off.
They just go.
So they'd start the fight and they'd just like take off, the one guy would take off the other guy's helmet and the other guy would take off his helmet.
No way.
Yeah. And then they changed the rule where the helmet could only come off if it was like a natural fight. And like the one guy punched him and his helmet popped off. So then they started figuring that out. And I was just like, you guys are nuts.
Or they just like undo this strap here.
Yeah.
So if they do the hit, it just comes off.
Yeah. But yeah, like the fighters, like, yeah, there's been some like fights where I've seen some bad, and I'm just like, oh, that was bad. But yeah, luckily.
Man, I take my hat off those guys who've gone their whole career. Like, it's 50 odd games in this season.
Yeah, yeah.
You've managed to make a season.
Yeah.
How many is it a concussion rule in
Yeah, so we still have like the concussion protocol and stuff that you have to pass it. I don't know, like we don't really have flaggers or anything that like pull you off to the side, but like, yeah, the fighters, like, props to them to, like, it's crazy to me that they can do that. And
ballsy, man.
Ballsy, but like they know their role and they accept it, and that's what I wouldn't say they enjoy it, but like that's how they help the team, and like it's an ultimate teammate who's like willing, especially too, like if like you have a guy who's like not super, super tough, but he'd do that for the team and then have to go fight like my D partner, Mark Lewis, who's like the toughest man alive. I'd be like, dude, that's props to you for even stepping in there. Like it takes some balls to do that.
Oh man, I'm keen. I'm gonna have to come watch you play.
Yeah, man, you got to come because we play exhibition games this weekend. I think the next like 4 weekends we play exhibition games. Yeah.
Not this weekend, not next weekend. The third weekend, you got an exhibition?
I think so. Just let me know, like, shoot for dates.
Please.
Yeah.
I'll send you a message and I'll come down.
Yeah, we'd love to have you. It's fun. If you've never been, like Steve would, like our friend Steve. Like
he loves it.
Yeah, like
he's got
man,
the tats on his legs.
Yeah, man, like it's like it's a really cool atmosphere. It's just I don't know how to describe it to people because I'm like it's literally like an unreal atmosphere. Like you can scream and yell like they want. You can do whatever you want. Like yeah, it's like it's kind of like football. Like you can't really like yell or like you can, but like it's not really like acceptable. Where they want you to be loud. They want you to like bang on the glass.
Really?
Where like they want you to cheer if there's a fight. Like it's just like
it's entertainment, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's like, but it's just like a different. And I think that's why people like we have such a small but like loyal fan base where they've been following it since the Devils played, because like the John Lewis in downtown Cardiff, that's where the original stadium used to be.
Yeah, that's right.
And then they went to the temporary one where we were at for like 12 years, and then they built the newer one, which we're in now. But yeah, so like they've either been fans since it was at John Lewis, or they're like new fans with kids, and they just like, as soon as you come, like they just get hooked, because it's like, it's nothing, like if you don't follow hockey or like watch it, like you just can't describe.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna come.
Yeah, you gotta come.
I'll get excited.
Yeah.
Go on, Ev.
Yeah. Well, that's like my wife would be like, "Go on, Evan, like get him." And my mom, like, she'd be with my mom, and my mom was like, I couldn't have the heart to tell her like you weren't even on the ice. Like she doesn't even know who I am on the ice.
Yeah, he's not actually on right now.
Yeah. Yeah, she is. Yeah. I love her to death, but like it cracks me up. She has no idea what what I look
good.
like, what I do.
Man, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on, bro.
No, I love it. Like, thanks for having me, man. Anytime. Like, I love the guys in the locker room give me a hard time because I just never stop talking. So like, I love this stuff.
Maybe we can get like a couple of you guys on and we can do like
we'll
sort something out.
Yeah.
I always ask my guests, man, what are you grateful for?
Oh man, grateful. Oh, like we talked about that, man. I'm grateful to be able to play a hobby as my job. Like to be able to wake up every day and enjoy what you do, enjoy the people that you do it with. You get to meet a whole bunch of new people. Like, man, it's a super humbling, thing to be able to like just wake up, one in general, to wake up anyways. And then just to be able to do something that you love and enjoy is like, it's probably the best thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I love that.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing you play, and hopefully we'll have another game of golf soon.
We need to. Like, I gotta see you improve because you saying you're beating Steve. Steve, he's saying he's beating you. So.
I am. You'd be like, fuck. Man, thank you so much.